Let me just post a few things. Hope you're all doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's all sent out. It's all pretty straightforward. You could probably guess. We're still missing someone. And the thing.
I think MJ has not logged into the game yet.
You're right.
She'll figure it out, probably.
It's throwing me off that Minerva's snake is like pitch black.
Alright. Hey, lost. Today's session could go kinda long, so probably for the best stats. We get started. Everybody here?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Center.
Alright. Let us send it. Alright. Where we last left off, the gang was going to prison. Following their return from the Black Cabin, the gang took some time off as they had to accept the fact that Roxy was dead. Balthazar spoke with Albion about their next steps, and about Balthazar's relationship with Allisar, and how both him and Albion looked up to Balthazar, and he shouldn't be blaming himself over Roxy's death. Nayala talked with Hlin and Olivessa about how Roxy's death affected the group, and how they saw Nayala as the only one who could keep the gang together, even though Nayala could just go home. Vars spoke with Garn the Hammer on future plans to avenge Roxy and take down Vars' uncle, Zardrock, as Vars reassured Garn that he would make things right. Sorrin talked with Ginter, Gall, and Mishann about what happened at the cabin, and about Silas, as they debated on where Silas' loyalties truly lied, and if Sorrin could complete the mission that Silas started. Lastly, Correth spoke with Garret, Keegan, and Perilou about Avarice and the Knights of the Black Sword, trying to confirm from Correth if he could stop the cultists before they make a mess of things in the 10 towns. Eventually, the gang reunited at Roxy's childhood home to discuss next steps. During all of this, a kenku warlock by the name of Minerva was up to something at the local tavern. 2 spies by the name of Danae and Iriskree hired Minerva to take out the gang with them in an ambush, but as they approached and began their attack on the gang, Minerva betrayed them, killing them both in a fireball blast. Once that was over, Minerva introduced herself to the gang, telling them that she'd been watching them for some time, and offering to help them out given their recent loss. Even with Minerva's slight deception about her true motives, the gang decided to let her join them, especially after they talked about their secrets. Once everyone was inside, Albion explained the plan to them. The gang would be brought to Revel's End so they could reunite with Denver and figure out who in the Zendarium wanted them dead. While they would be prisoners, the gang's allies would infiltrate the prison as well, thanks to the help of the speakers who were on their side. The gang would need to survive 3 days in the prison, after which a surprise inspection from the 10 towns will occur, as the gang's allies would come face to face with the Absolution Council, the people who run the prison, and are supposedly Zendarium agents. With their allies and enemies all in one place, the gang would stage a prison break and take down their enemies. Having agreed to this plan, everyone got to work. As their allies began the infiltration process, the gang also began thinking of ways to bring Roxy back. As Albion told them, given the time and power needed to bring her back, they would need a ton of money to pull it off. Agreeing, the gang rested one last time in Lindenwood, and the next day, they said goodbye to Roxy, promising to find a way to make this right. So now, after a long journey up to Revel's End, the gang has made it to the prison. How will this plan work out? And what will the gang discover at Revel's End? Find out now on The Sun Never Rises. Alright.
Hey.
Okay, indeed. So, you all kind of sit there right now, outside the main prison doors as, the main prison gates as, you wait for Hlin, Keegan, and Garret to come back. You have all stashed your things. Vars, the gun he got off of, Ceramorse. Minerva, the orb. Nayala,
It's in my mouth.
yeah, her holy symbol. Correth, his pendant. Sorrin, his amulet. And for Balthazar, nothing, because everything he carries is too big to sneak in.
A big boy.
Would you all roll me stealth checks with advantage as you try and keep these things hidden?
Oof.
Possibly wrong, really.
Nayala, I know you usually have things that are usually roll disadvantage because this is not a sneaking, but more as a hiding. It's just a,
Okay.
it's still advantage. All right,
Cool. Hey.
Minerva, Nayala, you guys are just basically like, what things? As Vars and Sorrin, you guys know how to be pretty sneaky, so you know where to stash these things pretty well. Cora, this is your first time really doing something like this, so you just, I'm gonna just say put in your trousers and hope they don't find it. Alright. As you all get kind of settled up, you see Hlin come back with 2 prison guards, as they kind of like, they took a look at all of you and was like, yep, that's them, as they look to Hlin. It's like, yes, so, you know what to do. Alright. Johnny, as he looks to the other guard, you bring them in. I'll go get the money for these 3 fine adventurers, for these prisoners. And with that, the guard named Johnny begins to, y'all kind of like basically lead you by a rope. I'm assuming you follow along.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. You are brought through the... Oh, sorry. I'm moving the book and I hit my microphone. Alright. You are all brought through the gates and let in. There's 2 doors you see ahead of you. One kind of like straightforward, the other to your right. As you guys begin to kind of march up, the door to your right opens. As someone's like, alright, this them? And he's like, yep, it's them. Okay, let's get this started, says the other guard. Is you're all kind of led into the door on the right one by one. We'll start with Sorrin. Alright, so first Sorrin, you are pulled in and the guard immediately begins to pat you down. Some of you have very high rolls, so that is maybe not the best thing to do, but I'm still going to roll for it. He does not find the amulet on you, as the rest of your gear is taken away. Alright, name?
Sorrin.
Sorrin. Alright, I got here crime as, oh, you're part of that group that killed that captain back in Targos. It's a bad thing right there.
Yep, I am a bad man. Very
Alright.
bad.
I'm gonna roll insight for him. That was a 5 on the die, so... Alright, Mr. Badman.
Deception or
Sure, roll a deception check. You already kind of failed his... Yeah,
well,
he's like... you're a bad man. Alright. So we'll be taking all this as they grab your stuff. We're gonna put this on you as 2 other guards come up and they put a metal collar around your neck, Sorrin. Just to be safe. By the way, if you're at any point resisting or trying to do something, you let me know.
I'm accepting all of this.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm accepting all of it.
Okay, thank you. Alright. Well then, Sorrin, you are now known as Prisoner 321. As you'll notice that your collar lights up and the number is 321 pop up on it. Alright. Take Prisoner 321 to the cells in the Pentagon. I don't want to butcher the name of that. In the
How would he notice if the collar was on him?
What?
How would he know the number on the collar?
Because he sees the collar like flash up though.
Yeah, but how would he know the number on the collar?
Because the guy just called him, you're
How
now
would-
prisoner 321.
Yeah, but how does he see it?
He looks
How
down.
does who see it? Sorrin or the guard?
I'm being unnecessarily... Don't worry about it, it's fine. Go ahead.
Sorrin sees it because he sees numbers as he looks down onto the collar, and he would just assume. Anyways, Sorrin, you are taken and led away. You guys all notice as Sorrin comes out of the room, essentially gearless and with a metal collar around his neck, and he's still on the kind of the tied up rope on his across his hands. He's led across the main hallway and into the other room. Next, and you'll see next they pull you up, Vars.
Yeah.
All right, name.
Vars.
All right, Vars. I'm gonna do this. So they pat you down, Vars. That was only a 12 and you had a 21. They do not find the gun on you. It's actually kind of bad for them, but you know, what can they do?
It's unfortunate, really.
Yeah, as they pat you, and this guy is just kind of like, he's only kind of really half paying attention. All right, says here you were part of that crew that killed that captain back in Targos.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Alright, he'll just kind of brush that aside at that point. You'll see two other guards come up as they pull out the collar, place around your neck. Alright then, Vard.
I always wanted a fashion accessory.
Well, now you got one. Prisoner 045. As,
Collars are cute.
yeah. The metal collar flashes up as Vars, you now have 045 listed on your collar. Alright then, take him to the cells. And with that, Vars, you are led away.
See you again soon.
Kind of raises an eyebrow at that, but he just pays it no mind. Balthazar, you're pulled in next. Alright. They pat you down, but you didn't hide anything, so didn't find anything on you. Just like with Vars and Sorrin, they take all of your gear too, all your weapons. They kind of have to lug the great axe too. So,
Careful with that.
just put it all with get that new hire, that old ass dwarf in your armory to take all this stuff. You don't need to do it right now. As the guy running this inspection is telling the other two guards. All right, name.
Balthazar?
Alright, Balthazar says here you were a part of that group that killed that captain back in Targos.
Allegedly.
Well, according to what I've heard, not allegedly. So, tough luck. As they get the collar and begin to put it around your neck, Balthazar.
Yeah, just let him do it.
Alright. Alright, Balthazar, you are now known as Prisoner 211 as the collar flashes up.
Yes, sir.
Alright, take him away, boys, as they begin to lead you out the hall, Balthazar.
I go with him.
Okay. Next. And they pull you in, Minerva. Name?
I say Minerva, but in Balthazar's voice.
He was not expecting that. It's like, alright, Minerva. It says your crime here was, as he kind of pulls up, oh boy. A long list of things, but did you burn 2 people alive in Lonelywood recently?
I nod vigorously.
Oh. Well, killing captains is one thing, but you definitely belong here. As they take your things, Minerva, I'm gonna roll the... this is actually his first good roll. It's 21, but you beat him with a 25. They actually, at one point, he considers, popping your mouth open like a can of soda or whatever, though. But then he's like, nah. And then, so, congratulations, you're able to hide the orb away as they take the rest of your stuff. Alright then, Minerva, you're now known as prisoner number 354. As your collar flashes up, Minerva. And with that, alright, now get out of my face, you murderer. And they lead you away, Minerva. Next, and Correth, you are dragged in.
Okay.
Name?
Correth.
Garret says here you were part of that group that killed that captain back in Targos.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. That's what they all say.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna search you, Sorrin. And unfortunately with a 14, as they pat you down, it's like, but what's this? As they pull out the pendant. Nice try, Elf.
So be it.
Yeah, as they take away the pendant and the rest of your stuff. And they get the collar and apply it upon you. Alright, Correth, you're now known as prisoner 046. Get out of
It's
here.
weird that the numbers are random and not sequential.
Maybe.
I'm
Maybe
choosing
not.
to believe that it means something. That we'll
Are
find
they
out
random?
soon.
Maybe these other people like got out, so they're just reusing the number now.
I'd suppose.
Maybe you'll find out, Minerva, maybe you won't. Anyways, Correth, you are you're taken away.
I've decided I won't. No.
Okay. And lastly, Nayala, you are brought in.
Mhm.
Alright, name.
Nayala.
Alright, says here you were also part of that crew that killed that captain in Targos. Damn,
Is
we
that
got-
what you were told?
yeah, seems like they got everybody, but of course the actual murderer. Gosh. As he kind of rolls his eyes. Alright, he's gonna search you, Nayala.
The actual murderer.
It's a good thing you rolled a nat 20. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You both matched, but I'm gonna give it to you because you got the crit.
Oh, yeah.
As he almost finds your holy symbol on you, but then he kind of backs away because you know you're a big lady. He's not gonna.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
just standing up like as tall as I can, just to be the most intimidating without really being intimidating.
Yeah, he kind of backs off. As with that, he's like, "All right then, Nayala, you are now known as prisoner 190. Have a lovely day." Actually, no wait. Why am I saying that? Get out of here. You belong here, you bastard. As he kind of closes
Have
things
a
up and
lovely day, and thank you for calling Navy Federal.
as you notice Nayala coming in from one of the doors is Garn the Hammer, the old dwarf. As he begins to start loading away all of your guys' gear. So, with that, you're all taken into Revel's End. It's cold, metallic building. There are lights kind of flickering about the whole prison as you guys kind of walk through the hall. And into the main, kind of cell area, though. Shaped like a hexagon pentagram kind of sort of way, though. You'll notice that there are cells kind of lining the walls kind of all around. But there's this one kind of locked up room in the middle of this place. It's kind of weird. But one by one, you're each taken to a cell, as you're all kind of given oh, here's your new cellmate, bub. As you're all kind of tossed into one of these cells. And I actually have a map, so let's pull it up.
Ooh, a map.
Welcome to prison, everybody. Let me know if you can all see the middle of where this all is.
Yeah, it's blurry right now for me,
Yep.
but I think it's just
Gotta give it a
I
minute
think
to
it's
load.
just you, yeah.
yeah.
So, for some of you, some players here may see some former faces. Also, in terms of revealing some areas you passed through. you were all kind of led down this pathway here, though. See the room down here, kind of where you were taken. Yes. Sorrin, we'll start with you first. Sorrin, as you're thrown into the cell, you hear the guard who's tossing in, "Hey, 289, got you a new cellmate." And as you're tossed in, Sorrin, you look and see, kind of sitting in the back with a book in hand, is Denver.
I just kind of give him like what's up?
He looks to you and he's like, "Sorrin? Oh, so they got you too, huh?"
I kind of like walk. I look to see if the guard is still standing there.
The guard left. You see your compatriots being kind of brought across, but if you want to like be further away, you can move into the back of the cell.
Yeah, I would like to actually walk closer to Denver.
All right.
And just kind of like in a hushed tone, be like, we're gonna bust out. We all got captured on purpose.
He looks to you all. Really? You must have a plan then.
Yeah.
You do know there's a plan, Sorrin, but you know
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. The big thing you know about the plan, though, is that you're in day 1 of the 3 days you gotta wait through this, though. Or wait till day 3 of all this.
I look at Denver and I say, there's a reason I'm in the cell with you, because I'm the living weapon.
He looks to you. Alright. That's actually how... He looks at you. I guess if there's anybody here who can, fight his way through, it'd probably be you. Plus, you don't use magic too, so that collar is basically just... Might as well just be an annoying accessory.
To save time, Sorrin will then, bullet point, lay out the plan to Denver.
Okay. Do you tell him about Roxy?
No.
Okay. I see. Our own allies are here too, thanks to the connections we do have. And of course, on the 3rd day, is when we'll fight the Xantharium and the Absolution Council to see and figure out who exactly has been orchestrating all of this.
I'm gonna say, do you have any ideas?
It's tricky. I don't know much about the Xantharium. What's been shocking, or it's been confusing to me, is just how this kind of all began. I guess I'll tell you my, kind of why I chose to end up here too, in some ways. So, I was arrested in Bryn Shander, given the whole accusation. They said Roxy had, killed Captain Scath of Targos. I didn't believe it, even though they were yelling at me that there were eyewitnesses who caught the crime too. It's weird, but I knew you were all back dealing with the goblins, which I assumed you all did successfully.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Now I can finally get that 5th sigil. But, listen, Sorrin. Something else here too, that's... There was a point where I could have just busted out the spellbook and try and fight my way out back at the... basically back at the interrogation scene. But from my research, I found out a few things. 1, the Arcane Brotherhood, that pesky organization that kind of brought me here to begin with, the one my sister was a part of. There's a member of the Brotherhood, a former high-ranking one, in this prison. A man by the name of Valish Gaunt. He did some shady stuff in this area beforehand. If anything, he was the precursor to the expedition that my sister and Avarice and Zahn were on. But for his crimes, he was ended up here. I believe that Gaunt may know exactly what they were all after, and maybe then I can kind of figure out, we can kind of figure out what's going on. That's why See that luckily if I was able to find those notes back at Bryn Shander Public Library, old historical public records. So I let myself be taken away. I
You know what Gaunt looks like?
No, that's kind of the issue, and for the time I've been here, the only time you're basically out of your cell is for dinner or for outdoor recreation. And the problem is that hard to just kind of talk to people randomly, asking their names and stuff during dinner. And in outdoor recreation, you're basically split up into two groups, and usually so far I've not been part of the group that Gaunt's been a part of. The other thing too is, well, funny enough, if everybody else is here, and I can tell Roxy that I found the location of a certain spire that's been known to store magical weapons and stuff. I think maybe I can get Roxy's fire axe there too. Thinking of maybe we can go there after we, get out of here though.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a conversation she would like to have.
Alright. He has no reason to distrust you given the fact that you're here for him, so I won't even make him. You won't even have to roll a deception on that. But there was just, as he looks at you, all we can hope for now is that this plan works. Just one day at a time. Alright, Sorrin. So that'll be it for you unless there's anything else you want to talk to Denver about.
No, that's it.
Alright. Balthazar, since you were the second person brought in, not you, it was Vars who was brought in next.
Yeah.
Vars, they drag you all the way up here. As you're tossed in, you hear the guard come up. 8300. Got you a new playmate, as he tosses you in Vars. And Vars, as you're thrown in, you see sitting in the back this hulking giant of a man. He comes strutting up to you, boom, 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 face slightly burned off. And as you look down, he looks down to you. He goes, "Hi there, bud. Name's Mortlock. Who are you?"
The name's Vars.
Pleasure to meet you, Vars. As he goes to shake, he basically grabs your hand and starts shaking it, and kind of violent, you can't even resist as he kind of throws you up and down a bit.
I feel like I know you from somewhere.
Oh, perhaps you heard of my pirating adventures, for you see, I was once a famous pirate lord out in the Swords Coast.
Oh, yes. Now I remember where I know you from. I've heard many a story about you.
Yep. Roll me a history check, actually, Vars.
Sure. Find my character sheet.
9.
It turns out I didn't.
Okay, with a 9, I'll say this. You've heard stuff about pirates out there, but you knew there was one fearsome crew that maybe this guy was a part of. But you only know of that crew because of a certain crewmate on that ship. A man that nobody ever wanted to deal with or mess with. He was wanted by, shady organizations, the Baldur's Gate police, and even infernal devils, and even Tiamat herself. This guy, if anything, was probably the guy who was running the ship that the legendary Bo Finhorn was a part of.
So, you were part of that crew that had Bo. Is that right?
Oh yeah, Bo! I remember him. Oh, he sure was strong. He once took down a Minotaur by himself. Literally, it was crazy. He just jumped through a portal and everything.
I believe it. I've heard many, many stories about him.
Yeah.
Not as much about you, apparently.
He kind of looks a little bit sad about that. Oh yeah, I guess that's how it goes. And then of course when Bo decided to leave once all of the threats were done, a lot harder to keep the the police off us and everything, so this is how you end up here.
Yeah, a cab.
But, one day I'm gonna get my ship back, get my first mate to Arena, and we're going to sail off on more fun pirating adventures.
Now that sounds like the life.
Yeah. By the way, can I tell you, have I ever told you the story of how I met Barrow Green?
Oh, Barrow Green? No, I haven't heard this story.
Alright, and with that he begins to kind of talk to you about that sort of stuff. Balthazar. You were dragged in as the kind of the door opens. Hey, 021. Got it? New cellmate for you as you're thrown in. And you see kind of sitting at the back is this very regal high elf. And he kind of looks to you. Hello.
Hi, how the hell are you?
I am fine.
What's your name, bud?
Adrian.
Adrian Balthazar. I go to shake his hand.
Alright. Roll me a history check, Balthazar.
Alright.
With advantage, because
Craig, have no idea who this guy is.
23. High elf by the name of Adrian. You've heard that before. Caltro spouted that name out when he died. And
No.
Did he spell his name out in a good way or a bad way? In a way that I would like this guy or not?
Oh wait.
he was.
Yeah.
You remember You remember Caltro saying, when he stabbed Roxy and to try and kill her, now my revenge against Adrian, it will be complete though.
Oh, shit. Did he shake my hand? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did shake your hand, yeah. But he's very nonchalant, just straight face oh, yes, or kind of he doesn't have much emotion to his face.
So I recognize this guy as maybe being Roxy's dad.
Yeah, seems familiar.
Would you happen to know anyone by the last name of Helder, Mr. Adrian?
He passed up. Yes, I do.
Give me nothing, bud.
Well, no, he answered your question. That was it.
No, he's giving me nothing. How would you know the Helders?
I was once married to one.
I think I have bad news, or maybe just news for you.
Yes.
You had a couple kids by her. The youngest one. Did you ever meet them?
I met my kids, yes.
Roxy, the youngest one, is unfortunately no longer with us.
Oh, he kind of looks down a
I'm
bit.
really trying to gauge any reaction from this guy.
He's roll me an insight check on him. 6. You cannot break this man's he's just everything you're saying to him. He just completely just straight face yes, no, okay sort of thing though. So
Like how we've told Roxy's dad she's dead, but we haven't told Denver yet.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to get anything from him.
yeah.
Sir, would you mind telling me what you're in for?
Sure. Mostly as revenge by the people I used to work for. I was part of the original. I don't know if you know this, but this prison's basically just a headquarters for the Zentharium.
Yes.
So I used to work for the Zentharium, and me and my partner Cephik were brought out here years and years ago to begin the process for takeover of this land. But I got kind of bored with that, and I I drew Caltro off the ship and kind of just went and did something new. That's actually, as he kind of pondered, he's quiet for a bit and he's like, actually, that's how I ended up in Lonelywood of all places. I met my wife.
Man. So that explains why Caltro was pissed. Yeah, Caltro is also dead, by the way.
He's like, I mean, did he not die when he should have been dead?
Nah. I mean, I think he died, but then he came back. You know, we killed him again, but good.
Roll me an Arcana check, Balthazar. 17. Okay, so Adrian's kind of telling you, you know, like you're piecing things together a bit of. Caltro was thrown into the waters in Icewind Dale, which should have killed him, given he probably would have frozen to death. But, and Adrian, from what you're seeing, probably thought he killed Caltro.
Yes.
But Caltro lived, and you kind of realize, well, he had that weird ice thing about him, though. So probably someone in the region who has something to do with ice probably kept them alive.
Yeah, well, I think it did kill him, Adrian. But I think. Sorry, what was the person's name again? The ice person.
Sefik
The person
Caltro.
who made the frost. No.
Oh, Aro's the one who brought about the everlasting
yes,
round.
I knew the name. I think Aro had something to keeping him around for a while longer, and he sought revenge on you, and we killed him.
I see. As he kind of sits there, you know, just kind of looking off, as if he's like just, I guess just mind is like somewhere else entirely. He does mutter this. Did Roxy die because of Caltro?
No.
Okay.
Close. You got close.
Alright. And with that, he kind of just sits down.
Can I ask you one quick question?
Sure.
How old are you?
It has been some time since I started counting, but last time I remember I was around late 500s, early 600s.
You're an old guy.
Yes. Though, if I remember correctly, my wife said I was pretty handsome for my age.
I think I legitimately laugh at that.
Alright. So, if you're not going to ask me anything else, we're going to move on.
I'm good. I think I'm just gonna keep trying to break this guy.
Okay. Minerva.
Yeah, what up?
Okay, here. You're thrown into the cell here as like, hey, 237, got a new friend for you, as you're tossed in, Minerva. And you see, actually, there should be a character thing for him. Sorry, I should have had this prepared, but I didn't. Here's the handout. Found it. Older-looking gentleman. As he kind of looks to you. Oh, why, hello there. I didn't know there were kenku around these parts, but I guess those bastards who run this place will just throw about anything in here.
I mean, I don't say anything.
Alright. So, what are you in for?
Shrugs.
Alright, you're just keeping quiet. Alright. Okay. Alright, well, it's been a while since I had a cellmate. I'll keep this side of the cell and you can take that one.
I nod.
Roll me an insight check, Minerva, on him.
Okay.
$19. You get the sense from him that like he was looking forward to maybe having someone new to kind of talk to or hang out, but he's a little bit dejected that you have like no interest in talking with him as he just kind of sinks to the other side of the cell.
I mean, he knows. I mean, like, personally, Minerva does not care.
Yeah. All right. Moving forward, Correth.
Yes.
You're brought up into cell near top left as they kind of go in. All right. Hey, 080. New cellmate. Yeah. Don't think this one's gonna try and, don't get this one stuck in your funny business, all right? As he throws you in Correth and the door slams shut. And you see an old man kind of just sitting there. He just kind of looks at you. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, the things they do to us, huh?
What do they call you?
They call me 080, but I'm someone.
What do actual people call you?
Oh, Davius Krieg. Roll me a history check when he says that, Correth.
Wow, Iriskree.
Let's see.
13. I'll say with a 13, you've heard of this man before. He was a part of the whole Baldur's Gate incident, given that he was the former world's greatest Aasimar. But that was a few years ago now. Now someone else holds that title.
So, what's your funny business nowadays?
I'm just hoping someone could help me out with something, but of course, when I try and get people to help me out, the guards catch on and say no, which sucks.
What is it?
Oh, you got really close to the mic there, so sorry, acoustic, but he's. Well, I would say, trying to break out, I mean, I don't really belong here, if anything.
I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, come now, you're one of those people, huh? I'll have you know that fight with that Tara Lynn wasn't fair. She just kicked my ass while I was tied up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but now they call her the world's greatest Aasimar. And I'm just the former world's greatest Aasimar, as he kind of just sinks in the back.
Do you think you deserved it?
Listen, you gotta... What's first of all, what's your name?
Name's Correth.
Listen, Correth. When you're in positions of power, sometimes you gotta do certain things that people won't look kindly upon. And, I just did them. People of Elthorel needed protection, and, I gave it to them. Now, I had to give it to them at the cost of signing a deal with the literal devil and, sacrificing the people of Elthorel for it, but you know how it goes. Funny enough, if anything, I'm surprised I'm still alive. But of course, those bastards probably know, as he kind of just, sinks into himself a bit.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to help you with your funny business.
For once, a prisoner with honor, who would have guessed? Tell me what they throw you in for.
Well, you see, I didn't actually do it.
Because he just rolls his eyes when you say that.
One of the what's the word? One of the speakers of the 10 Towns died at the hand of one of my compatriots, supposedly.
It was the captain of the guard of one of the
Captain of the
Tentos. Yeah. Okay. Oh, supposedly. So you didn't kill captain of the guard just because you felt like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you? Well, yeah. What are you in for right now?
Well, I mean, those bastards drew me in here because, because of all this back of the stuff that happened out there all in Baldur's Gate. And
But
of course,
you did do all that. So
well, what's worse though is that they blamed me for a prison massacre too. Get this, I was thrown in prison along with I forget the guy's name, some dumb white dragonborn who used to work for Tiamat. And of course, I thought, when the big scary Minotaur came and busted him out, I'd be getting busted out too. But no, they had to keep me alive because they know if they killed me, then the second part of my deal would have gone through. So I was the only person left standing in a prison with a bunch of dead people. So they thought I was the instigator for all that, and then they shipped me up here to fucking Icewind Dale, where I could freeze my ass off for the rest of my life.
some white dragonborn.
Alright, so the main story acoustic, there was Ultis. He was one of the cultists who attacked you guys. He worked for Tiamat.
Right.
He wanted Bo dead because, funny enough, your other character, Brini, stole the thing he was actually after and blamed Bo for it. And there was this whole thing at the end of Bo Finhorn's Excellent Adventure where Ultis and the Minotaur, who was sent by Archon, I'm actually amazed how much of this I actually remember. But I remember Archon the Cruel's sent to go kill Bo and get the mask. So Ultis and Davius essentially tells you him and Ultis were locked up because you guys both arrested them and kept them alive at the end of the things that happened in Baldur's Gate. But Davius was not killed, but was basically kept alive by Tiamat's followers as essentially a cruel joke, and he got blamed for the prison massacre that busted Ultis out. Alright, that was a lot. And Alright, is there anything else you want to talk to this man about? Because after you kind of just shrug him off, he kind of keeps quiet to himself.
That was it.
Okay. And lastly, Nayala. As you may already expect of one more reunion, as you're let in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, 200, new cellmate. Have fun. As you're thrown in. You see a woman, Nayala. Short, light brown hair. And she kind of looks at you. Oh, hello there. Pleasure to meet you. It was to shake your hand.
Hello, I'll shake her hand.
What do they call you? Outside of the number.
Nayala.
Nayala. I am Tarina Gray. You probably have heard of me before. Roll me a history check, Nayala.
I mean, I doubt I would, right?
Yeah, this is a high DC.
History, right?
Yeah. 21. Okay, alright. Similar to Vars, you know you've heard of this name because you know the legend of Bo Finhorn. And, in the whole kind of stuff and stories about Bo, Tarina's maybe mentioned like one or two sentences. It's actually kind of funny how you can remember all this. I'll say you've heard the whole stories of that whole pirate crew from everybody back in that one shot. Or two shot, I guess it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, you know Tarina Gray because she was on the same ship Bo Finhorn was at one point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So she looks to you as if she's expecting you to know who she is, and you kind of actually do.
Ah, uh-huh. That's what it says.
Okay. Oh, don't be modest. Me, Tarina, former first mate of Morty's Pirates Army, Bandit's Queen, former lover of the current world's greatest Aasimar.
I see.
Yeah. I've had a bit of trouble with the law recently, but sooner or later Hlin will, send them that letter telling them to let me go. MJN, personally, Hlin will not be sending any letter. Yeah, to let her go.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
As she kind of back against the wall, kind of smiling. But yeah, I guess we're gonna be bunkmates for a while now.
For a bit.
Yeah. But don't worry, when they let me out, if you help me out, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, I'll, maybe get you out at one point.
Sounds great.
She kind of just smiles to herself. You say anything else to her?
No.
Okay. Alright. So yes, everybody, sorry to Cam and Craig, but put some more characters from the last campaign into this one for some fun. Alright.
Oh, I love that Tarina's in here.
I mean, her story ended off with her, being a part of a pirate crew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and once
a character, like an actual PC.
Yeah, well, none of these are
No.
PCs. They're all NPCs.
So this is the NPC that my last player character dated.
Alright.
And then ditched.
Alright, hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's this whole you could so essentially as you could kind of tell once Bo was done kind of hanging out with Tarina and Mortlock, they didn't really have the strength to kind of keep doing what they were doing. So they eventually got caught. And Thavius, as you already tell, belonged in prison to begin with for what he did. So that's how they ended up at Revel's End. Moving on though. Some hours pass by. You've kind of you've heard the gist from the other prisoners that they only really let you out of your cell for, bathroom break, dinner time, or outdoor recreation time. So spend a few hours here on day one of all of this. But then at a certain point, let me grab I don't like the token for this, but this is the token they just gave me, so we're going to work with it. Vars, you notice coming up from the north, a guard and a female dwarf. Has a bit of magic to her, though. As she looks to you and, she kind of pulls up to you, hey. Number, 045.
Yeah.
Alright, you fit the description. Alright, bring him to the meeting room as you see her walk away. As this guard kind of comes up, opens it. Alright, come along, 045. Someone wants to speak with you.
Who?
That's not for you to ask. Now come along.
Fine.
Alright. They take you, Vars. He takes you, closes the door. Morlock waves back to you. Bye, Vars.
Love you, Morty.
And as you're dragged away, I'll reveal more of the map to you. Boop. You also notice, Vars, as you're coming in, another guard comes up wheeling he has this kind of weird jacket-like thing kind of on wheels as he comes up to you. It's alright, we should probably do this given who it is meeting with. You resist, Vars, as they begin to kind of tie you up.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, roll me a dex check as they begin kind of grabbing you and trying to strap you to this thing.
Yeah, I won't try hard, but I want to at least put up at least a reasonable fight.
Okay.
Dex, you say.
That's funny. They begin to kind of they try it, but you kind of slip away, and they both look at you one of them pulls out their weapons. Alright, Mr. Slippery. We're not going to ask you again. Given who you're meeting, gonna need to be tied up, alright? Just gotta deal with it.
I have nothing, and you guys have everything. Why on earth do I need to be tied up?
Because the guy meeting you wants you to be.
Sounds like a real asshole.
They kind of both look to each other and they're kind of like, yeah.
Fine.
Alright. So, Kahuna, you ever see Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, I have.
Alright, so you were essentially tied up Hannibal Lecter style as you are brought into this meeting room. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
This room right here. And let me reveal the area for you. Unfortunately, given the way this map is shaped, revealing the area is kind of hard because everything is like so pointy. But there you go. As you wheeled in, the woman's like, "All right, go back to your post. I'll deal with this when he arrives." And the two of them leave. As you're restrained right now, Vars, she kind of looks to you. All right. First off, Vars, which I already know isn't your real name. I am Warden Martha Martanis. I essentially, run this place, given that the council can be they're pretty busy people, so. You're a very special person.
It's a pleasure to meet you, but it's not.
She kind of rolls her eyes at that. Hey, listen, but anyways, given certain deals that are being made, we're gonna treat you with the utmost care. I mean, hell, that's why you have a low number name now, too.
Oh.
Yeah, and she kind of grimaces at that. Now then, alright, God, where is that bastard? Should be here any minute. As you notice, she kind of as if she's hiccuping, twitching a bit. As her face gets contorted a bit, and then suddenly she stops. And she looks at you, eyes glowing. And you hear in a different voice, "Vark? Vark, is that you?" And you know that voice, Vars. Someone who served your family for some time. Hell, he was like your butler back when you were a kid. Taught you how to read. Relax.
I haven't heard this name or this voice in so long.
Yes.
Where?
It's coming out of the warden. It's Vlax Bronaville. Your old family butler. Eyes glowing. Oh. Vark, you have aged.
Time does that to even the strongest.
Yes. Now this is really weird because you remember Vlax as being like an old dwarven butler, and this is like a kind of a youngish female dwarf as he goes for the hug.
As much as I can while restrained, I'll hug him back.
Yeah.
Vlax, how are you talking to me?
Yes. Well, Crown Prince, the sad tale. I was killed by that bastard Zardrock. But my spirit was never at ease given that I failed your family that night. So I just wandered the earths. And of course, possession can happen a bit when you're a spirit. I've been around a few people, but eventually, things come and go. Until I took this one. But, of course, gotta keep it a little bit quiet, too. I only really take control of her for about once or twice a day. Not for too long, though, too.
Not gonna lie, that's really fucking cool.
Yes, but my spirit's still not at ease, though, given what happened.
Yes, friend. My spirit too is not at ease.
Oh.
We must avenge what happened to our village. My kingdom.
I'm happy to hear that. But I guess fate is on our side, I guess, given that who I possessed and what's coming up. When I saw what was happening, who wanted you exactly, I realized I had to kind of take things into my own hand. Luckily, the speakers were on your side, or most of them are. I let them know about, how things operate here a bit in Revel's End, and even got some of your friends' positions here.
Now that makes more sense.
Yes,
I
Vlax
was
is...
wondering how we planned on getting to this point.
Yeah, Vlax is your man on the inside. Given that he has possessed the warden of Revel's End. Now, listen, Crown Prince. You should know about who wants you exactly. As you hear the door begin to kind of pipe up and open, and he's like, you see Vlax kind of, get into position, stand back. He puts his mouth on his lips, just kind of keep quiet. And walking out of the door, someone you remember and very much do not like. Because your Uncle Zardrak had 2 kids. His eldest son, Dirth, and his youngest son, Nildar. You see Nildar's Sunblight, whose image I actually do have. I'll reveal it to you all. Nildar's Sunblight walk in. Well. It isn't the shitty cousin himself. How you doing, Varric? Things seem a little bit tight now, wouldn't you agree?
If only you knew. I might have thought that someone as vile as you might be behind a place like this.
Hey. I'm not with those scums in Tharium who operate this place. Just making a few deals here to kind of keep things going. Besides, it's kind of what we had to do after you killed my brother.
I will kill as many of you as I need to avenge my father.
And with that, he spits in your face and he's like, I don't need to deal with... I was alright with, you dealing with dumbass Dirth. He always had his head was a bit too big for himself. But if you think you're really going to avenge your dad, well, you got another thing coming. Isn't that right, Martha? As he looks to the Vlax possessed Martha, as you see him kind of like just nod his head, not saying anything though, to ensure he doesn't alert Nildar. But listen here. Wait, we're gonna say something, Vars?
Oh god.
Yeah. Well, listen here, Varric. I can make things nice and simple here with my war pick, but I know my dad, the one who's still alive and, being a badass, he has a certain plan for you. And, I can't wait for it to begin. So listen, Martha, as he points to, once again, the Vlax possessed Martha. You gotta keep this boy here, keep my cuz here, nice and safe. And, once my dad has everything set up and the device is complete, we'll take old Varric off your hands. That sound good to you? As Martha kind of just once again shakes her head. As he kind of gets into your face. So enjoy your time here now while you can, cuz once I'm back with the boys, it'll be the end for you.
Can't wait.
Alright. As he begins to get up. Oh, by the way, I should also thank you, Varric, for the gift you left me back in Goodmead.
What would that be?
As he said, oh, you didn't know? snaps his fingers, comes tumbling through the door, a headless ogre, undead.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. People of Good Me just threw this guy in the trash can after when they found him in that old cave, but of course, my uncle, my dad's good with that necromancy shit. Able to patch it back together again, make him a real powerhouse, though. Isn't that right, bud? And the headless ogre zombie you just hear like from the neck.
I would expect that no one more vile than my uncle could be behind something this abominable. That and let's face it, you were never very good at anything, no less magic.
He kind of he sneers. He growls at you. Just because Dirt was the one who knew to do the mind shit, and I did it, doesn't mean he was better than me.
Mm-hmm. You can tell yourself whatever you'd like to, Nildar.
Alright, you know what, Martha? Rough this guy up a bit when you get the chance. And as he begins to walk out, and I'll be back, Varric. Me and the boys. We'll get to speak to my dad one last time before he feeds you to the beast. And with that, him and the ogre leave.
Well, the guards were right about him being an asshole.
As you see Vlax look to you, the eyes still glowing, he's still in control. Yes. Your cousin Nildar's been scheduling meetings with the Zendarium in the hopes of acquiring you. I don't know what beast or device he plans on feeding you to, but I'm concerned when he comes back, we may lose you.
I don't think I'm going anywhere.
Well, let's hope so. Alright, quickly. I'll roll you back to your cell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good seeing you again, old friend.
Good to see you too. I'll try and help out where I can.
Thank you.
Alright. And with that, Vars, you see, as you're kind of heading out, funny enough, Vlax grabs a flask of alcohol and kind of just... Essentially, he just starts chugging it like crazy. As, you're unstrapped, thrown back into the cell. As, you realize as you see the warden kind of walk away, you just kind of hear what's going on? Fuck, I'm not... Kind of think maybe Vlax, in order to keep her kind of quiet, like, make her not figure certain things out, gets her pretty drunk before he gives her back control.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Alright. So, with that, we're going to move forward now. So, anyway, first of all, I hope you're all having fun in jail. Sorry it's been a bit one-on-one stuff right now, but,
Lots of baby.
Alright. So, eventually, it's dinner time. You're all let out of your cells, kind of still chained up and led into a mess. Oh wait, sorry. Screw that's not gonna be released. Nobody cares. I'll put that there. Reveal area. Come on, roll 20. Work with me. There's that weird thing about the way this thing is shaped, though, because there's like you can only reveal area in like squares, and this whole thing is like a bunch of triangles put together. Alright. And there we go. So I'll move you all into the mess hall. Put some other prisoners there too for the fun of it.
I care food.
Am I forgetting? And there we go. Okay. So, You all begin to kind of, sit around. People are going about getting food, other prisoners. You look up to the top of, basically kind of up a ladder. You see 3 guards kind of on duty with the warden. As she kind of looks out to you all. I forgot. Let me grab her, too. You see behind Warden Martanis a certain familiar halfling who goes by the name of Fishfingers. Yeah. You see Fishfingers with a pen and clipboard taking notes. As the warden looks out to you all. Alright, everybody. I'll have a nice dinner. Say hello to our new guest. Well, I shouldn't say guest, really. As she kind of just snickers. Treat them well. And make sure none of you fuck anything up. There's an important meeting 2 days from now, and I will not tolerate tomfoolery. That is all. As she begins to kind of walk down, you all see as her and the Fishfingers, and she's kind of like, alright, Fishfingers, what's next on my itinerary? And she begins to kind of walk away. So, I'm assuming you all decide to sit together?
Yeah, if that's an option, yeah.
Yeah, you can all smush yourselves together. I just moved everybody there for the ease of things. Alright. Denver seeing you all is quite happy. Minerva, do you join them?
Sure, why not? I'll just sit with my hood on if I still have my hood.
Okay, yeah, I'll be nice and say yes. Alright, you meet the human Denver as well there too. As everybody else is kind of going about eating, Denver looks to you all. Oh, it's good to see you're all here. Balthazar, Correth, Nayala, Vars, and instead of saying Roxy, he sees this kenku that sits with you all. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't believe I got your name.
I see Minerva and Balthazar's voice.
Alright, let me roll something for Denver Harpel. I actually have his character shit out the whole time. Sorry, give me one moment. No, I don't care about that. Maybe this is what I want. 14, he sees, he knows you're a kenku, so that doesn't surprise him that you mimic, but he's kind of he kind of looks to you all.
This is Minerva. She joined our party after what happened.
When you guys got all arrested?
Do we know that Sorrin is rooming with him?
No, none of you guys know much about a lot of that.
Like rooming.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just gonna kind of look around for support.
Sorrin just quietly keeps eating his food.
I'm gonna hop in and say after Roxy.
Yeah.
Oh yes, what about... Yeah, she's not here with you all. Did she... Yes, Nayala?
No longer with us.
Okay, I'm gonna just roll an insight check for him to see if he can figure out you mean she's dead or if she just left.
Right.
Are you... Okay, you know what, a 10, I'm just so we make things easier. Easy. What happened to her?
Yeah. After you got arrested, I was just kind of telling the story, after you got arrested, we went to Wildwood.
Okay.
We'll throw in there that we had the morning star. We paused the rhyme, or however we want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that's quite a story. Oh, but poor Roxy. Oh. As he kind of paused. Damn. I think I had the info she needed too.
The info got her axe?
Well, a place where maybe she could find a weapon of sorts. A lost spire of sorts. But anyways, I guess I'll fill you in on what happened to me. And Denver basically tells you all what he told Sorrin. Interrogated, but chose to let himself get arrested so he can find this Valish gaunt person to figure out the whole Arcane Brotherhood plot in Icewind Dale. Alright, so...
Valish isn't in here, right? He's in like the other...
he's probably... Yeah. In some other cell of
other lunch
sorts.
period.
Yeah. I mean... I'm with Sorrin. Are any of you with this gaunt person?
Nope.
Gone.
Alright.
Wait, did he say gone?
Valish gaunt.
I just shrug.
Well, I would like to... I know in 2 days' time, on the third day you're all here, your plan of, you know... Your plan will basically kick off in full gear, but for right now, I'd like to speak with him though before, you know, we head out. He has information about that I would like to have.
Do you have any ideas on how we could get to him to speak with him?
I would assume just figure out which among these prisoners are him though. I'm like, was actually this is good because during the recreation time, you're basically kind of kept into one area, but they split us up into 2 groups. More of a search for him than maybe more of us can find him. Does that all sound good to you?
Sounds good to me.
Correth, Sorrin, Nayala, Vars?
Yep.
Yep.
Nayala?
Sorry, what was that?
He's asking if, basically on the next day during recreation time, if you go search for him, if that all sounds good to you.
Yeah.
Alright. And what about you, Minerva? Do you say anything or you just nod or shrug?
I nod.
Okay. Sounds good. Alright. I guess the only other thing we could do during this time is, maybe talk to the other prisoners, figure out how things kind of work around here. But for now, let's not stir too much trouble.
Are we gonna break up right now and like talk to the prisoners? Is that what you're saying?
He said during the recreation time on the next day.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
dinner time is more of a weird thing because, like, just going up so late to other people while they're eating is kind of weird.
Before we like cut from this scene, I want to be like, by the way, and I'm gonna gesture to Adrian, like covertly kind of, that guy is Roxy's father. I don't know if that's information that we need,
Oh.
but
Small world, definitely.
small world, huh?
Do you-
What's he like?
He is the most boring person I've ever met in my life.
Did
He's
you
done so many interesting things.
did you tell him about Roxy?
I did tell my Roxy to
And
see if that would give any emotional response, and big no.
Hmm.
Kind of an asshole too.
Is he just
Like-
sitting there eating his food?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Roxy's mom was spot on about this guy.
Hey, Sorrin, you want to go kick his ass with me?
I mean, I was just gonna go walk over and talk to him. I don't know about the whole kicking ass thing. That we gotta keep a low profile of ours.
Oh, you're right.
The ass kicking
Sure.
comes in 2 days.
That's fair.
Oh, wow.
What is a good prison movie if you're not going to pick a fight the first day, though? Really?
But you pick a fight with the biggest guy, and that's that guy. I think I'd point to Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy. You don't pick a fight with the nerdiest motherfucker.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, Morty's cool. He's my roommate.
Speaking of people that deserve an ass kicking, I point to Thavius and I say, that's Thavius Krieg. 2 days, he might need one too.
Excited for it.
Well, let's think about which of these people are probably a threat with weapons or without weapons. So, did we ever get like what was Roxy's dad's like proficient in?
Proficient?
Actually, I don't know.
Like
Is he a wizard or something?
out of character. Did we ever give a hint what his class would be?
You essentially know.
Wasn't he like a do-it-all kind of dude?
Well, we knew he, yeah. So we could like try to fight him, and he could like ban us or some shit. So I don't know. But anyway, Sorrin's gonna get up, and he's
Alright.
actually gonna walk over to him.
Okay.
Like, he's-
Yeah. Very exquisite, like old high elf though, but he still, like I said, has his looks and all that. As he looks to you,
Yeah, I'll ask. Seat taken.
you can sit there.
Sit across from him.
Yeah. Another elf, huh?
Yeah. That's what they tell me.
Okay. And with that, he just continues eating.
So how long you been in for?
He looks and pauses for it. It has been some time. I was out for, a walk one day, and then they kind of came and took me. Quite a lot of them, too.
You take any of them down with you?
I fought, but then fighting seemed at a certain point like it wasn't going to work given their numbers. So I stopped and just went with them.
Can I get like an insight check to see if
Sure.
this guy is like all there?
Sure, roll me an insight check.
So I'm kind of getting the vibe like he's being like mentally tampered with.
22. You're not really mind stuff. You can just tell from him like he's just a very straight-laced person though. Like doesn't really give off a ton of emotion.
Balthazar was right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll say this, with a 22, you can tell this guy has probably seen a lot. So a lot of things really just maybe don't surprise him anymore, or like bring it out of him.
okay. He's
like,
really
I'm-
lived for like a very, very long time.
Yeah, like
so
he is
he's
older.
seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he is definitely older than you and Correth.
Holy shit. Okay. Ask me, have you ever been to the Underdark?
Pauses. I have once. I checked it out.
Not impressed?
I mean, some drow are nice, others are not. They make things difficult. Those ones who are not make things difficult.
I would drink to that, but nothing to drink, so.
Alright.
Alright, and I'll get up and I'll walk away.
Okay.
And I'll sit back down.
I-
It's definitely a pretty important guy.
Yeah, I will say this, Sorrin. From what you can kind of tell, it's not like he's like heartless. He's not heartless. He's literally just because he's just been around forever, though. Like nothing really gets out of him anymore, though.
Get that vibe. I understand
Yeah.
what you mean.
Mhm.
I say maybe there's more to him than we think.
I don't doubt it, but God, imagine sharing a room with him.
Yeah, well, I have to share a room with Denver, so.
Denver looks at you, kind of like
And I just give him a good pat on the back.
like the wide eyes, like all right. Is there anything else you guys do?
I do want to, real quick, just to refresh my own memory, point to Sorrin and Correth. How old are you guys again? Are you guys gonna end up like that?
Well, I believe I'm 500 something. So, that guy definitely, I think, is older than me. But I have yet to tire of fighting people, so probably not.
Alright, that's good. That's good he's a special case.
Honestly, I think that guy is just fucking like, he just doesn't have passion. He never like found anything he's passionate in, and that's why he's like that.
Perhaps.
Oh man, it's almost as wish as like this whole thing's set up for well, like certain things that gone a different way. Maybe people could figure that out, or like you could talk to someone about it. But like, yeah.
Yikes.
All right, sorry. I'm being annoying.
Like a really sick fight, like a sick fighting move he has or something. Like an age-old technique.
I'll try and get into a little bit more about his past while I'm...
I beat him up and see what happens.
I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that.
Alright, well.
Although maybe they put me in a different cell. That'd be nice.
Okay. Is that it for now?
Yeah.
Alright. So, dinner finishes up. You guys have like basically quote unquote Denver's plan and all that though of during recreation time the next morning to go out and find his gaunts before the third day arrives, and you all have to go back or basically get out. Oh, oops, I put Denver and Sorrin in the wrong cell. So with that, you guys are all led back to your cells. The lights kind of go off as you guys all essentially begin to go to sleep. I would like Correth and Balthazar though to roll me perception checks.
Alright.
Alright. With those rolls, Correth, you have just a normal nice night. Balthazar, at one point in the night, you kind of look out. You maybe see something moving, but that's really about it. It's too dark at a certain point. It just seems to move pretty quickly, and that's about it.
I dismiss it as a dream. I go back to bed.
Okay. As for Sorrin and Denver, though, as you both kind of lay there sleeping, Denver does kind of pipe up at one point. Sorrin, why didn't you tell me?
Sorrin sighs and just I feel like the focus needs to be on the task at hand right now.
Okay.
So,
Is there knowing you all, are you really gonna just let Roxy lay dead, given what happened at that cabin?
the task at hand is meant to help with that situation, so that's why I'm just focused on it.
Alright. She was my friend too, though, Sorrin. I'll help out how I can as well.
There's a conversation to be had when we get everything done here.
Alright. And with that, he kind of drops it and goes to bed. Alright. Morning breaks. After an hour or two of just being stuck in a cell, guards go out and they kind of are essentially alright, recreation time. Some of you will notice some of these guards look a bit familiar. As even you, both you and Sorrin, as you and Denver look and see one of them kind of familiar-faced man by the name of Gall, and walks. Come along now. it's recreation time as y'all kind of go out and about. I'll move them elsewhere for right now. Alright, so here comes the part where I have to reveal more of the map and have trouble doing it. Why is this map shaped this way? Who thought it was a good idea? I mean, it looks really cool, but in terms of fog of war, it's really annoying. I guess that's what you expect, though. Gotta admit, like, the whole shape of it, though, is... I'll show you the full map once the Revel End chapter is done. So, there are 2 outdoor recreation areas, one here and one here. Sorrin, Denver, along with some other boys. We're gonna go with Balthazar and Adrian, and then Davius and them. You are all put out in this field, while Vars, Morty, Nayala, Tarina, Minerva, and the rest get put out over here. Alright, so 2 sides to this.
You'll be hooked on the brothers.
What was that?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't look at me.
Oh, Viv. Alright. We'll do top right first. So, Vars, Minerva, and Nayala. You guys are all out here. They keep your chains and collars on to make sure you don't do anything too crazy, but in terms of outdoor recreation, there's like a ball, some weights, you know, someone like, you know, draws like a tic-tac-toe thing on the snow with like a stick. One of them kind of comes up to you at one point, Nayala. Hey, new person, want to play some tic-tac-toe?
Sure.
Alright. Roll me a charisma check, Nayala. I'll roll one for him.
Oh my gosh.
He beats you.
No way. Wow,
He's like,
zero.
you just got tic-tac-toe. Alright. Who wants to take winner? As this guy kind of steps up. Actually, I'll go next. So, while this is happening, Morty's kind of with you, Vars, and like, hey, first mate Tarina, come meet this new guy I'm friends with. Goes by the name of Vars. And she kind of looks at you. Oh, hello there, Mr. Vars. How are you?
Tarina, was it? It's nice to meet you as well.
Yes. Morty says he's said only good things about you.
Morty's a fine lad. We've gotten to know each other quite well.
Yes, he was fine lad, troop, high ruler, and everything. I mean, one day we'll get out and we can go back on the high seas once again.
Truly the dream.
Yeah. Well then, Vars, if you need any help regarding things regarding this prison, since Morty likes you, I think we can help you out. It's tough being in Revel's End, especially since you can freeze your ass off here too.
I do greatly appreciate that, and I may need that help at some point, so I do appreciate it.
Alright. Minerva, what do you do during all of this?
What do I do? What do I do? What does Minerva do? What is she? That is an interesting question. I don't know. I don't feel like Minerva really wants to talk to anyone or look at anyone or cares about anyone.
Okay.
But
So
at the same time, she's like, I guess I need to do this.
alright.
I don't
One
know what she wants to do.
as Minerva's debating about should I just kind of be by myself or I should help out, quote unquote, someone comes up to you. Hey, Bird.
I look.
How are you enjoying your time in Revel's End?
I shrug.
You know what? You want to know what my favorite dinner is?
I shrug.
Roasted chicken. He's kind of laughing. Oh, I'm just joking. I'm joking. I only like eating the human flesh. I don't really eat that bird flesh.
I nod.
Yeah. Not much of a talker, are you, bird?
I shake my head.
Alright. You're pretty boring. I'm gonna go play tic-tac-toe with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Alright. Nayala and Vars, you guys... You still remember, you do need to find this Valish Gaunt person.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't know at all what he looks like, huh?
Not really.
Alright.
Yep. I'm gonna go over and play tic-tac-toe.
Alright, roll me a charisma check.
Who am I playing against?
Red guy here. He actually beat the winner, the guy who beat, Nayala. Oh, you both match, so you stalemate.
Ah.
And he's like, oh, darn. Want to go 2 out of 3?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Alright, roll me another charisma check.
Fuck.
He beats you by... He rolled a 7 on the dice, but he beats you by 1, though, so sorry. He's like, it's actually a rough battle. You guys actually sit and think about it as, like, the rest of them are kind of watching and, like... As if you were watching a sports match, but it's, like, fucking tic-tac-toe. But he pulls it off. He's like... Well... Sorry, old bud, Mr. As he looks at your... He kind of squints and looks at your number 045. Snooze, you lose.
The name is Vars. What was yours again? I didn't catch it.
They call me 237. My real name is Gaunt. Valish Gaunt.
Valish Gaunt. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Alright, now who wants winner? As he kind of gestures around to everybody. Maybe you, cellmate, as he kind of points at you with the stick.
I sigh and I walk up to him, I guess.
Alright, roll me a charisma check.
Sure.
And he beats you.
Uh-huh.
As he just kind of, there's like, the reigning tic-tac-toe champion yet again. And then he kind of just sighs and thinks, God, I hate it here, as he just kind of tosses to the stick and begins to just sulk. Alright. Anything else, Grieve, you want to do over here?
What was the name of the dude we were looking for again?
Valish Gaunt.
This guy.
Yeah, that's what I
Got
thought.
it, you found.
Good, good.
Alright.
It's so
this
weird
guy.
playing a different character. It's like
So we know that,
vibes yet.
We know that Minerva's roommate.
Yeah,
No.
because I walked around.
Yeah. Alright. Moving on down south. Sorrin, Correth, and Balthazar. You guys are all kind of chilling outside for a bit. Denver, now that he's actually feeling more bolstered by the fact he has allies here, is kind of like asking around if people like, you know, have like what their names are or whatever. You'll notice that some guys are just kind of like doing the weight stuff. Some are like messing around. You see Adrian is kind of like currently just kind of playing kickball essentially though, with himself.
How do you play kickball by yourself?
No, he kicks the ball against the wall and then he moves to like hit the ball again before it bounces like away from him.
Oh, okay. Actually, that's fine. That's fair.
Yeah.
I've done that in my childhood.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
I'm sorry. This fellow right here is the guy in yellow. I can't click on him. Yeah, that guy. That's Correth's roommate, right?
Yeah, that's Correth's roommate.
Alright. What was his shtick?
He's a bad dude.
Alright.
Dude, got it.
Balthazar, just roll me a history check.
Okay. I'll also say to Correth, What's your roommate's deal?
I know him from the Bear Green Adventures, and he was basically the dude that made Alterall go into Avarice and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
He's a bad dude.
With
He
a
deserves
16
to be here.
Yeah, with a 16 Balthazar, you know he was one of the instigators of like Alterall going to hell, the former world's greatest Aasimar.
Okay, that's right. It was a whole lot of stuff that I just did not understand from your last campaign.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a lot to...
out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if like his contract will happen if he dies, it's like a whole thing.
All right. I think I'm just gonna go with this guy and do some weight stuff.
All right.
Gas station art.
You know wait list. As you guys are like join Adrian, he sees you. Oh, another elf.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I hear you were were Roxy's father.
You knew Roxy.
She was a really good person.
That's good to hear.
I hope to
Roll me.
make it not was a good person.
Yeah. Both of you roll me insight checks on him. Alright, Sorrin, like you said, this man's like just a straight face. Hard to tell. Or you can tell, you know, through that exterior that's like he does feel something about like he, you know, some sort of like grief, sadness about it. He's happy. He's actually kind of happy to hear that you liked Roxy, that she was a good person.
But I just kind of wanted to play kickball with you.
Yeah. So do you just spend your days doing kickball during recreation, or?
Sometimes I'll mess with the weights. Sometimes I'll play the tic-tac-toe. That's about it. Can't really do much, given that we're stuck here. And given the fact we're all elves, though, they can keep us here as long as we want, and we just kind of have to deal with it.
I mean, I look around. Do we though?
I mean, if you want to fight the guards, go ahead, but that would be suicide. Plus, if you start any sort of riot, though, that would be bad news too. The whole place would go on lockdown, and then the guards would come swarming out and proceed to beat us up.
Hypothetically, and I look to Correth, if there was a riot or a chance to break free, would you take it?
It'd be nice
Or
to
would
do.
you just stay in your cell?
It'd be nice to do something new outside of being in prison. I've been here for some time. Vivian, remind me again, how old was Roxy?
She was 22.
I've been here for about 21 years now, so it'd be nice to try something new. But you'll never break out if, you know, as long as the people here still operate the Pentagon, and the warden's still out and about, you know, there's not much you can do.
Do you ever dream of if and when you ever did get out, of going back to the settled down life with Mrs. Holder, or Miss Holder?
Maybe. But I did already do that. It was fun. There's always other new opportunities. He actually, both of you roll me insight checks.
Not like that answer.
Sorrin, you can tell, he's kind of conflicted. It's more or less a maybe, but also maybe not, you know. Like, Like he's not a hard no on it, but he's definitely not like a oh yeah I would totally go back.
What do you know about Valish Gaunt?
Baelish Gaunt. I'll make a roll for him. Let's see what that and his intelligence. Most likely another prisoner here. I think he's a bit of a boastful fellow from what I remember. But I only really see him during mess hall hours. He's been here since I've been here, so it's fine. But he's only human, so 20 years for him is a lot worse than 20 years for me.
Right.
Yeah. At this point, the three of you all hear some kerfuffling over here, as some of these guys are like, you hear stuff like, "Hey, dork, stop asking us our names. Look at these numbers so we don't have to do that." You hear Dunn reply, "Oh, but we don't care about this, whatever you're looking for," as they kind of like toss him to the ground.
Bullied.
You got that, Sorrin.
Hey, what's going on over here?
This was one of them pipes up, "This dork's asking us our name, and we don't like it."
Why don't you like being asked your name?
He kind of looks and he's like, "I want to talk about it. Now shove off, orc."
Hey, everybody calm down.
What's this person
Guys.
right here next to me doing, Avon?
Well, no, all three of them are kind of looking angrily at like Denver and like at you two as you come up.
I'm gonna punch this one in the face.
Okay, give me your roll.
Sorrin, I just said calm down.
Come down.
Okay, it's okay. Just a real quick pop. Like super quick. Let me see here.
Kristen Balthazar's a New Yorker for some reason.
17 definitely hits.
Alright. And... okay, hold on one moment. Do that.
Okay,
And, I'm gonna spend a key point to do a stunning strike.
Jesus Christ.
Great
Alright.
ability.
He got an 18 on his con save.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna pass it.
What is yours actually?
So the save, I had it written down.
8 plus 3 plus your...
14.
It's 14.
It's
He-
14, so
yeah.
he passes.
You still do a
Alright, well, he
nice...
still takes damage.
Yeah, he's still... You just clock him at the face and like he's bleeding. He's like, "Oh, that's it. Get him, boys." As a fight essentially breaks out and two of the guards come down, weapons in hand. As Sorrin, do you keep would you keep, or Balthazar, Sorrin, would you continue? Would you fight, or would you just kind of let them just kind of have it?
Kind of over, so.
Wait, what was that, Sorrin?
Once the guards show up, the party's kind of over.
But before they show up, would you fight them?
I think I would have Sorrin's back during the fight, but then when the guards show up, I would probably I would give up, kind of put my hands up.
Okay.
I'm just messing with them, you know.
All right, both of you just
I'm trying to bully the bullies.
yeah. All right, just for the sake of things, in terms of punches off, that you are able to get off. Sorrin, roll me another unarmed strike. Balthazar, roll me a strength check. We'll count that as your unarmed strike attack. No, Sorrin's a hit too. Just to see if you can even pull it off.
My fault.
It's a nat 19, by the way.
An 11 will miss. So like, Sorrin, you're fighting, but like Balthazar, you easily clock a dude, and
Still miss.
you would do 5. You would just do straight 5 damage to him, and
I think, isn't it 6? I think it's strength plus 1.
I'd have to look.
whatever.
It would not be enough to actually down a person, so but we'll figure that.
Absolutely not.
Figure that out later. As the guards come up and everybody starts, and like, and as they all kind of stop, it's like, all right, hey, stop. So they pull out their weapons and everybody kind of comes down. Who's responsible for this? As Stavius pipes up. Oh, it was... He points to you, Balthazar. It was him, the orc.
Me? What? What? No, sir.
Yes. Hey, that's...
These fellows were attacking this gentleman right here. I stepped in.
But at that point, the other guys who were fighting, sensing an opportunity, no, it was that damn orc. It was like, as the guy you punch is like, yeah, look what he did to my nose, and his nose is currently like busted because you hit him with a 24. All right, that's it.
I grab him by the collar, be like, "Oh, fucking do it again if you don't tell him the truth."
As you see, as the Davius backs up, oh, see, he'll do it again. He must have that extra attack ability. As the two guards say, all right, that's enough. As the two guards come up, all right, that's enough. All of you go back to we're taking you back to your cells. And as for you, orc, they look to you, Balthazar. We're gonna have to place you in solitary confinement.
Honestly, I'm basically already in solitary confinement with my roommate, so sure.
All right, they all lead you back as Balthazar is taken away.
Wait, which guy did I punch, by the way?
This guy right here.
All right, I'm gonna remember his face.
Okay.
Got away with that one, huh?
Yeah, you remember?
Sorrin.
Yeah, remember the guy who you attacked, not the guy who accused you. So.
Yeah. Well, this guy doesn't have like a name or a face that we've been told. I'm gonna look for him in particular.
All right. No, just so we're clear, Davius is the one who accused you, and the other guy. The other guy was okay. All right. So, all led back, and also to eventually taken to dinner. Balthazar, we'll get to you in a moment. We're gonna focus on everybody else for a bit right now. All right. Sorry. So many tokens. What you expect though in a prison thing? Sorry. All right. Put the music up. You're all back from all that. Sorrin, you'll notice as why is the guard here? He shouldn't be here. Sorrin, you'll notice as from all that, those guys you were fighting kind of eye you down, but they all kind of like sit elsewhere.
I eye them down as well.
Yeah. Nayala, Minerva, Vars, you all reunite. No Balthazar with them, but everybody else is here. Denver looks to you all. He's like, well, that was rough. Any luck on your end?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy we're looking for is right over there. I point to the guy.
Oh, excellent. As for us, we got into a bit of a scuffle, but
Is that where Balthazar is?
yes, he was accused of starting the fight, so they took him away to solitary confinement.
Doesn't sound like Balthazar.
It definitely wasn't, but you watch as Denver kind of like eyes down like Davius, and like people have other ideas, I guess.
I will remember that.
All right.
You got people we gotta beat up in 2 days. I'm in for it.
Any reason to beat up Tavius again, I'm here for it.
Well, no, he never likes to know Vars. It's the next day. This is day 2. Day 3 is tomorrow.
When I don't have alcohol, all the days start to blur together.
Wouldn't it be the... Never mind. Alright, well, this is our chance. Let's talk to him now, because tomorrow we're all probably going to be busy caught up in stuff. With that, Denver begins to walk over to Gaunt, who joins him.
I'll I'll
I'll
back
join
him up.
Sure.
Alright. Minerva Nayala?
Yeah, I guess so.
said I'll join.
It's
Oh, sorry, you can move your token side. Sure.
Oh, sorry, I have been I'm looking at them not much.
What's his face doing?
Adrian, he's just eating by himself.
This guy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Hi.
So,
I'll be next.
as Gaunt eats and sees all of you surround him, he's like,
So
Oh, hell-
no.
hello there, and, oh, roommates. You're gonna join me for dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna nod and sit down.
Alright. How are you all doing?
I'm gonna look at him and say, I believe we've got off on the wrong foot. Hello, my name is Minerva.
Oh, hi, I'm Valish Gaunt.
And how are you doing?
Oh, other than rotting away in a prison. Fine, I guess. I was the tic-tac-toe champion today.
I saw.
Hmm.
And what are you in here for? I never asked about that.
Oh, that. It's quite simple, really. You know, sent out to do a mission for my organization. But, you know,
Organization?
oh, I'm part of this lovely group called the Arcane Brotherhood.
I
Yes.
see.
Yeah. But, of course, during all of that, I happened to piss a few people off, and they threw me in here.
Of course. Makes sense.
As Denver does pipe up. Gaunt, though. What was it why the Brotherhood sent you here in the first place for? Because there are other people who are here for it now. And as Gaunt kind of pauses, he's like, oh, that's what you want. You're not here to be friendly, you just want my information. Tell me, why should I even give it to you people? And he looks at all of you as he asks that.
I'll play tic-tac-toe for it.
No, that game is too much based on random chance.
What do you have to lose?
A lot. I mean, the Brotherhood is... Of course, they never sent anybody to get me. So... But if I start...
They really care about you?
I mean, how long have you been here?
20 years.
Yeah,
You would think that they
listen,
would
bud.
have.
I'm gonna put him on a hand on his shoulder. I don't think they're coming back for you.
Oh. Roll me a persuasion check, Minerva.
Of course.
Yeah. 20. As with that, he's like, oh god, you're right. As he just kind of like puts his head on the table. I just
20 years, bud. 20 years.
want to I hate this place so much. I hate that they sent me here.
Do you want
Would be so nice to just... Yes, of course I'd want to leave.
Well, give us what we want to know and we'll help you out.
He looks to you all. You all actually can get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he looks to you, Correth, Vars, too, since you're close by. You nod in agreement, or you just kind of keep your head still?
I nod.
Not as well.
Alright. Oh, that's lovely. Maybe I'll be able to just enjoy the beaches one last time, instead of freezing in a metal box. Alright. What is it you want to know exactly?
I gesture to Denver.
Alright, Denver's like, alright, Gaunt. There was another Arcane Brotherhood expedition done about a few months ago. Or maybe about a year. Time is a bit confusing. We've been here for a bit. Point is, they came up here looking for something, but I don't know what it was. But they sent you before. Probably, it's probably for the same thing as well. And at that point, Gaunt kind of lays back in his chair. Oh, I see. That expedition, they were probably looking for a necropolis. Alright, I could tell none of you are wizards because none of you are asking about that. Alright. History lesson, all of you.
That's more of this guy's thing, and I put my hand on Denver's shoulder.
Alright, you know what? I'll roll the history for Denver.
He kind of explains the big brain stuff.
Only with a 10 though, it's like from what he can make from that, it's like Necropolis. Does it have anything to do with Netherell? And Gunn's like, exactly. Alright, story time for all of you. Long, long ago, there was this great empire called the Empire of I'm spelling it for you all right now so you know what it actually looks like. Of Netherell. It was ruled by some of the most powerful wizards and spellcasters known to man. They essentially had kingdoms up in the sky, for God's sake. And one of their main capital cities was Necropolis, where they did a lot of magic, kept a lot of magic artifacts, did science. You name it though. Any sort of like untold magic or whatever they wanted to work on there, they did it there.
They do necromancy? Because I feel like that'd be, quite...
Most likely. But Necropolis was lost to man quite some time ago. The Netherese, those people, they... You know the saying of, flying too close to the sun? That's basically what they did. Pissed off the gods of magic, in the attempts to become gods themselves, were cursed for it, and their kingdoms all came crashing down. Some believe that Necropolis, one of those capital cities, is in Icewind Dale. No one's 100% sure where it is, but the Brotherhood's been after it for some time, for if they were to find it, untold magic, untold riches, and whatever power you can get from them could be found in it. So I was sent here to find Necropolis, found that these 10 towners were a little bit, foolish and backwards in their ways, so I tried to help them out, teach them how to run things a bit differently. Of course, they accused me of trying to take over the 10 towns with my magical capabilities, and locked me up in here. And I guess the Brotherhood decided I was pretty much useless and they just left me here. You all think for a moment. A city filled with untold riches and untold magic. Who knows what you could find there. But also of what people could do if they got there. And that thought looms on you, Correth. Especially as you think of maybe what happened if Avarice was to find Necropolis. Denver kind of paused. Alright. That would explain a lot why they were more powerful wizards were sent here to begin with. And as Agon was just let me guess though, they didn't get along given that they all expected to be the ones in charge. And you all kind of know that's probably what happened. Wizards, what do you expect? As God just kind of finishes eating. So tell me, new friends, when do we all expect to leave?
Tomorrow?
Oh, I get to leave as a tic-tac-toe champion. Booyah. And as he finishes eating, do you guys do anything else with him? Ask him about anything else?
I have another question.
Yes.
So, did you ever find any leads, any trails to this necropolis?
He pauses for a moment.
It's been 20 years, so take your time.
That's fine. There were two theories in place. One was that the city itself was like located on an island. I think it was called. I think they call it Solstice now. There was thoughts that Arl had taken it over, but we were never able to confirm that. The other is that the city is buried underneath Icewind Dale. The problem with that idea is we wouldn't know how to get there. There are rumors of a map that does exist, but none of us, we were never able to find it. Our guess as well too was that if anybody had that map, it would probably be Arl, as he kind of finishes his soup. That actually makes sense. She's the only powerful god in this entire region. Otherwise, some other 10-towner would have probably claimed it already. Yes. But that's all I would really... Wait, what was that, Minerva?
This makes sense. This makes sense.
Yes. Alright. Anything else you guys want to talk to him about?
That was it.
Alright. Sorrin, Correth, Nayala, Vars, you all good?
Nope, I'm all good.
All good.
All G.
Alright. And with that, dinner time eventually does come to an end. People are taken back to their cells. God kind of was like, as he's taken back with you, Minerva's like, oh, I don't think I can sleep tonight. It should be fun.
Get your rest. It'll be a long day tomorrow. Also, I have another question that I just thought of. What's
What
with
is
these collars? Very strange. They feel weird.
Two things with the collars. One, they're a way to track us if we do run away or like trying to break free. Two, they also dampen our magical capabilities. You could still potentially cast magic through them, but unless you had a focus to help you out, it'd be quite difficult.
I see. Good to know. Good to know.
I have a question.
What is it?
Did they tell us what the collars were before putting them on?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
they never did.
Yeah. And
I'm
only
just
now.
double-checking.
Yeah, only now someone asked.
Mhm.
All right.
You
I would
implied it
like-
somewhere earlier, I think, so I kind of just got it.
Yeah. Elsewhere right now. Balthazar. Enemy reveal. You are over here. It's very cold where we are in this kind of dark-filled room. Definitely stinks in here too. But yeah, welcome to solitary confinement, my friend.
Is this the bathroom?
Nope. So
Right.
roll me a perception check. 16. You notice along these walls kind of set up here, they've recently been tampered with. And you begin to freak out as you notice that you're tampered with some sticky black substance. Well, not sticky black, hard black substance across each part. You embarrassingly think back to Bryn Shander as you realize that that stuff is Chardolin.
Sorry, which side is it on?
No, it's like it's covered on the walls.
On all the walls?
Yeah. As you hear a voice pipe
I go
up.
to the middle of the room, like as far as I can, away from all of it.
Yeah. Oh, what's the matter, bub? Just a little Chardolin, never hurt anybody. As you notice, lined up on the wall, moving himself, is a gargoyle, and there are two of them.
Hi.
Hey, bub. Sorry to bother you. That was all a bit sudden, but we just couldn't happen to notice that last night that you seem like a prime person for this sort of stuff, though. Oh, let me introduce ourselves first, though. I'm Gurgle, and I'm Gargle, as the other one pipes up. And we're here because we recognize that you have a connection to this sort of stuff. And that our boss would love to, you know, make sure something is dealt with. All right.
I'm real sorry to tell you, folks. I think it's supposed to be solitary confinement. I don't think you guys should be here.
We made a deal with the Zentarium a while ago. We're keeping an eye on things for the boss. Yeah, that's right. You know, if we find good prisoners, we can subject them to the Charlatan to see if they're useful in future experiments. And you, my friend, as Gurgle pipes up, you've been in this stuff with the stuff before, because you seem like you have a connection to it.
Not a fan of this stuff.
Ah.
Still backing away from it, but like as I get closer to the wall behind me, I like freak out.
Yeah. But trust me, bud, this stuff ain't that bad. As you kind of keep your quiet, though, they do kind of look to you. All right, look. How about this? What if you were to join our organization, the Knights of the Black Sword? Yeah, that's right. If you join us, we will give you. As he kind of goes through like doing his fingers one by one. Unlimited power. The chance to kill your enemies. You know. The ability to do whatever you want in Icewind Dale. And to create a winter wonderland in this region for our Lord and Savior, Mephistopheles. All hail Mephistopheles, as one of the other one pipes up.
I am gonna have to pass if you're offering. I appreciate the offer. I really do. I'm gonna have to pass.
They both kind of look to each other. Ah, Darren, that's a shame though, because we thought, you know, great way for you to get initiated. There's this. We finally got our holds on that bastard Correth. Correth, it's Golden Leaf, right, Correth?
Yes.
Yeah. We finally got our hands on that bastard Correth, Golden Leaf, and we let the boss lady know about that. But we thought what better way to deal with him rather than just, you know, having him killed at the hands of our boss, but if we were able to pull it off instead. Now, he's most likely going to be immune to this stuff given his connections to his bastard of a boss, but you seem the one who could be most attuned to it, though.
Is there anything in the room?
Just the walls and the two of them kind of sticking out. You'll notice the big.
If these things or anything like these stalls looking.
No, not just that. There's the big metal door here though that's keeping you locked in. As the other one pipes up. Yeah, that's right. All you need to do is kill Correth, and all your dreams will come true.
I don't have any beef with Correth. Correth is my butt.
They both kind of look to each other. Are you sure about that? You know, you gotta just think about it though. Think real hard about it.
Think real hard about what?
Roll me a charisma saving throw, Balthazar.
Alright, there it is. Saving throw.
13. Think hard about what as you start coughing a bit. This room just smells of this charlatan. It's just not just the walls, but maybe there's something more to it. As you notice the door slides open and three men kind of appear. Each holding like one of them holding charlatan. Come on now, you just gotta remember. That's right. Remember.
You
Remember
just
what-
gotta believe.
Yeah. Remember why you have beef with Correth? And in your mind, Balthazar, as you look through, like, the slit of the door is open, and you see, like, someone having dinner. It's your dad. And he's having dinner with Correth, of all people. As, your dad speaks up. My, it's good to have you here, Correth. You know. Honestly, let me tell you though, it's been real rough. Old Balthazar just doesn't have that magical capability. Acoustic, can you say for me, well, have you ever thought about having another son?
Well, have you ever thought of having another son?
Oh, I mean, I could. I mean, probably marrying New York wasn't the best idea, but she had power and stuff. Can you say, Correth, well, why don't you just get rid of her and marry someone else, and that way you can have a son that can actually do magic?
Why don't you get rid of her and marry someone else and have her have a kid that can actually use magic?
You know, that's a great idea, Correth. See, this is why we're best friends. As he, and Corey, can you say, like, yeah, this is why we're best friends too, as you both kind of clink your glasses.
Yeah, we're the best of friends.
Yeah, as you both clink. Yeah, my poor Balthazar just can't do it. And Corey, can you say for me, well, fuck Balthazar, your next kid will be even better.
Fuck Balthazar, your next kid's gonna be the best.
You're probably right, Corey, because you're always right. As you've seen yourself in that scene, Balthazar. These men have been like applying like paint across you, though. As the two gargoyles kind of look at you. You see, he isn't your friend. He's the cause of all your problems. That's right. So, you know what you have to do, Balthazar.
He killed your father.
And with that,
Give me a weapon.
scene ends. Correth, as you kind of just stay there, Davius, looking upon you. I must say, Correth, you're a pretty special guy.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I deal a lot with devils and demons and whatnot. But it just seems like more and more like everything's kind of gone quiet after a while, but just today, just looking at you, it's reminded me a lot about a lot of that stuff.
I can see why.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, good night, Correth.
Yep.
Roll me an insight check, Correth. 17, nice. You're probably gonna beat him. Let me just make the roll first. Yeah, you beat him. He very much knows more, or like, than he's letting on, but he's just keeping quiet as he goes to bed.
Let's see. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. In the morning, it's day 3. Everybody's kind of up and at 'em. As you'll see, some of you actually see guards leaving the. It's actually supposed to be the hexagon. My bad. I call it the pentagon for some dumb reason. As you'll notice, Gall and Ginter kind of at their command as gonna bust out. Not those people. Those guys can stay there. You see walking out and about the warden. She is with Perilou. And you'll notice 4 people with her. Speaker Nerith, Speaker Dana Whalen of East Haven, Speaker Kranik of Caradon the Val, and Captain Indra also from East Haven. Alright. As you can see here, everything's nice and shipshape. You 2 guards, as the 2 of them kind of like stand at attention. Keep an eye on things out in the hexagon. This surprise inspection as she rolls her eyes from 10 towns. They're all here to see how things are going, so I'm going to give them the grand tour. And as they all kind of, Brandon kind of finds like, oh, you better, Martha. Some of this seems fishy. And she's like, no need to be hasty, Krennic. The rest of the Absolution Council is upstairs. Come along, let's go and meet with them. As you notice, they all take their leave. No one's really being let out for anything right now, given what's happening.
Question.
Yes.
So wait, sorry, I blanked out for a minute. Who are they? Why are they here?
Oh.
I know who they are. I listened to that part, but like, why are they here? Who's
Private.
this?
So, in the plan that Albion put up, you would have the speakers who are on your side come up to Revel's End to do a surprise inspection, which will divert a lot of the guards and the warden's attention away from the main area where you're all kept. And during that time is when you're all going to be let out, so you can all escape.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Last night I wanted to do something. I forgot. Sorry about that.
Oh, what is it?
Well, I wanted to try and summon my familiar.
Sure. What's your familiar again?
They're an imp right now.
All right. Hey, what's up?
And I'm gonna speak telepathically so nobody hears.
All right.
As they
He'll
should be.
be telepathically speaking to you too.
Hey there. Can he fit through the bars?
Barely. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you can fit through these bars. Go take a look around for me. I'm just gonna go wander while you're invisible for a bit, okay? I want to look around, see anything interesting when you can.
Sure thing, boss. And your imp friend will leave and go out and about.
So cool. Are they able to get in there?
No, these are like solid doors. Like they'd have to be opened for the imp to get in.
Can he be a spider and crawl under it?
Hey, imps can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You'll go in, but
Yeah, fuck yeah.
all right. Anyways, though, no more reports for now. We're gonna go back to the main part of this. That's good with you.
Okay. I want to look what's in there. That's
Sure. Yeah. You'll get the message in a moment as everything is just kind of quiet out and about. You'll notice at one point, though, before anything's kind of done, 3 people walk up, open the gate. A surprise inspection. Both of you, come with us. Alright.
Okay.
They they chain you both together, and they take you out. Yeah. You'll notice, come walking out, Correth. You see Balthazar out in the snow, and as you see him, they chain you to him too.
I look over to Balthazar and I say, do you know why it's us 3?
Yeah, Davi's also kind of confused, like, what's going on? What's going on? I thought, things were through this.
I think that I have a rage in my eyes that Correth might recognize.
Yeah, Balthazar, you did fail your check, by the way, with a 13. So.
Yes, yeah, I figured I did. I figured that this was all going towards this.
Yeah.
Would I recognize it as the rage that he had for me once before, or as
The rage I
possibly
always
just
have
the
all the
rage he always has? Yeah.
Roll me an insight check with advantage.
Okey-doke.
21. He is very upset, and it's that same look from before.
I see.
Yeah. As you hear the voice, you see two creatures flying up on the up on the wall. Correth Goldenleaf. You're in big trouble, my friend. As the other one says up, you too, Davius. Davius like, I didn't do anything wrong. You wanted me to pin it on get the orc in trouble, that's what I did. Yeah. But you're also a piece of shit. And also...
I love how everyone just agrees that he's a fucking piece of garbage.
And besides, Davius, Dariel's gone. Your only protection in the Nine Hells is no more. Well, as you debate, you're questioning a lot of this, Correth. The rest of you, as you kind of sit in your cells, waiting to see what's happening next. Vars, you hear some running up ahead. As you see coming through the door is the warden. Eyes glowing, though.
What is it?
Oh. Vlax uses the keys, opens up the cell. Come on, hurry. I told Garn to bring your stuff.
Okay.
As Mortlock kind of looks, is like, oh, what's going on?
Morty, I don't know if you should follow for this. I don't know, should he follow for this? This is a good question.
Listen, Vark, you know I'll always love you, right?
Of course.
Yes. When Skarn gives you your stuff, you need to get out of here.
As long as my friends are getting out with me.
Well, we'll do our best to get them out. As at this point, you'll notice Sorrin, and we'll go with Minerva next. Gall and Ginter have come out, mouth shut. Some of the other prisoners are kind of wondering like what's going on. As they Gall goes to you. Sorrin, Denver, hope you're both doing well. Sorrin?
Sorry, my actual mic is muted. Sorry about that. I step out and I tell them to follow me. We're changing the plan a little bit. And I go over here and I tell them to unlock this cell.
Alright, as at this point Garn has come out, a bunch of gear kind of lined up right there, as Ginter unlocks your cell, Minerva, as he goes to Nayala's, as Valish is like, oh hell yeah, as he immediately begins to just jump out. Minerva.
Yeah, what up?
Your spider tells you, alright, this hexagon thing's real interesting. It's where a lot of doohickeys and stuff are, and 4 guards are keeping watch of things, and they're all looking a little bit confused right now. You'll notice Sorrin as the other 3 monks who are hiding kind of come out. Ginter, now your gate opens, as Tareen is just like, oh shit, it's time to go. And
I say telepathically to my familiar too, hey, could you possibly unlock that door?
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Alright. So we're running like 3 different things at once, but to continue on, Vlax looks to you, Vars. Listen, I'll get you out. Problem is Zendarium a bit more unique than we thought, and your allies may be a bit compromised, but we can't let them. Let's just say I had to say I was leaving that room to use the bathroom. But The council's not what we thought it was. Vars will.
Well, we have
We
to
can-
save them.
He looks at you. Oh, you're just like your dad, aren't you? Alright, what you need to do is... But before he can finish that, you notice his eye begins to... Look! One of his eyes says, like, what's going on? She looks and is like, what are you doing? It's like, you see the... Var, quickly! Get out! Get out of the cell!
I hightail it.
Alright, you jump out. As he's like, no, you're not supposed to leave. We have evidence. But you notice as Morty grabs her from behind and like jumps in and like pulls her in. As you hear Vlax, close it! Close it, Varg.
Close the door.
She's as you see the eyes stop glowing. As the possession ends, it's like, As she goes to the cell and just like, let me out right now.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it?
Garn has given you your gear, Minerva, as Gall has unlocked Adrian's door. He's just kind of wondering what's going on. I was like, alright, Sorrin, me and the rest of the monks are going to go deal with the guards up in the other towers. He tosses you a key. If you can take control of the hexagon, you basically have control of this prison. We're probably gonna... We don't want to get things sent to a lockdown too quickly. As you hear her screaming across the room. Put her in lockdown! It's a high alert, it's a prison break. At which point Gall's like, oh boy. Come along, monks. You take care of the monks, you take care of the guards in the hexagon, we'll take care of the ones throughout the prison. As they head off.
Has my imp unlocked the door yet?
You hear a voice pipe up. Boss, you're ready to go.
Okay.
But at this point, though, you see the lights start getting the lights start getting a nice dimmish red. As you hear something over the speaker. Attention! Return to your cells right away. Sorrin, Denver, you have your stuff. Nayala, Garn hands you your things. As Vars, do you go to Garn or do you let Martha stay locked up? Or do you still talk to Martha?
I'll talk to Martha.
Okay. I swear to God, you fucking dwarf, you let me out right now. You're not gonna make it. You're not going to escape this place alive if that's what you think.
Don't you wish that were true? I just wanted to say, Morty, thank you, and I won't forget you.
No problem, Vars. I feel like I've always known you. As she just looks to, oh, you dumb oaf. But at this point, Vars, do you head out? Move on?
Does she turn towards him?
She does turn towards him.
I shoot her in the back of the head.
Oh, that's right, you still have your gun! Roll me that Arcana
Yeah,
check.
fucking sneak attack. That's a
One
sneak attack
second.
if I've ever seen one.
That works. Roll, let me check race. Yeah, you blast her in the back of their head. You don't kill her, but I'll make a note of that. As she goes, she just she falls to the ground.
Hey,
Sorry
Morty.
to be there for you. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Does she go down for long enough to get him out?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Is she down on the ground for long enough for Morty to run out, or?
Oh no, you locked the cell again, so she couldn't escape to begin with.
Oh yeah, good point. All right.
You'll need keys, but that'll come later. As Garn runs up to you. Here's your stuff, Crown Prince.
Thank you, Garret.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. The Sorrin, Minerva, Nayala, your collars are unlocked. As Valish still has his on, which kind of sucks. Like, oh boy. He looks to you, Minerva. What's next in your plan?
I don't know. I was just just going to go into here. And then I telepathically ask the imp to open the door for me. And then I shoot a fireball.
He's not big enough to do it, but the door is unlocked, so you could.
Big enough to do it? Oh, right.
Dude, no, it's a big ass door.
It would have been very slick.
I wanted to be cool. Fine.
Yeah.
My next plan was to go to here. I walk into here, open up the door, and shoot a fireball in the room.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Once this is done. All right. So I gotta ask you all right now. We're gonna go into combat, but we're also 20 minutes from, the usual time we stop. Do you want to go later to get through the combat, or do you want to save it for next time?
I'm personally in the save it for next time club because it's almost 11 here. So.
Yeah, if you want to save it,
I'd also have to agree.
Okay, Kahuna, MJN, you're fine with that too?
It doesn't matter to me, yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Are you too, Craig?
I understand.
All right, then we'll end it off with this. The door opens as the guards are they're kind of figuring out what's going on, and they look and they see you, Minerva.
Goodbye.
All right. Where you aiming it exactly? By the way, just so I know.
Well, what's the radius one? I know, probably enough. I believe I can hit all of them.
You can. I tried.
Yo, good.
Oh, so you aim it there. Perfect.
Yeah,
All right. Click that damage.
Oh, sweet. Fireball.
It's like the perfect room for fireball.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right.
Oh, damage. Shit.
Yeah. Guards. I will. That is a dex save. That's a failure. That's a pass. That's also a pass. Barely though. And the last one's also a pass too. One failure, 3 passes. But as they're all like, what? As they're. As the one closest to you, he was not expecting it. He takes the full brunt of it. The rest are, singed. They're still standing though. And as the rest of you get your stuff, it's hearing the commotion in the hexagon, and as Correth chained to an enraged Balthazar, who, as the cultists take off his shirt, as they essentially drew on him as if he has Charlene across his body, stares angrily at you, Correth, though. This is where we're going to end the session.
Good. It was a fun ending.
You want us to roll initiative so you have it for next time?
We will do it next time.
Okay, just make sure.
Yeah. Alright. Sorry to end it on another big cliffhanger, but I know, if we get into a combat, we're gonna definitely go past the arc.
Delayed, so.
Yeah. But, hope you all had fun in the first part of Revel's End.
Yeah.
That was good.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm still getting
like the
into
callbacks.
Minerva.
Yeah. It'll take time, Vivian, but I know you got it. You'll definitely figure it out.
I'm feeling
Looking
it.
to see what happens with this Adrian guy, because I feel like you don't live that long and not kind of be a badass. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm kind of gambling, and I'm gonna try to get his collar off and see what he's capable of, and see if he wants to help next session. So
I was gonna try and talk to him, but a scene never came back up, and then I was taken for solitary confinement. Sorrin.
I wonder what would have happened if I would have ended up going with you to the solitary confinement.
So I'll say this: there was first of all, there was a reason I made Correth and Balthazar roll perception checks beforehand, see if they noticed the gargoyles actually out and about stalking them. Yeah, but if you remember, Revel's End was where a lot of their enemies were kind of meeting up. There was Nildar at the beginning with Vars. Of course, the cultists would also be there too, and by the way, just so you know, Gargle and Gurgle do have actual art. If you look up Avarice's handout, you'll see that they are with her in it.
Oh, cool.
I actually looked at that while I was in not a scene earlier. Just looked at Avarice's art.
That was them, and because Balthazar failed before, they thought he would be their best chance to take down Correth.
I should have fucking Tides of Chaos. I realized after I clicked it, I should have Tides of Chaos to get myself advantage.
Oh, that would.
Because I don't like being taken control.
I know. I'm sorry, but
it's only ever the fight Correth also, which is pretty
Yeah.
funny.
I'm sorry, but like I had this opportunity. I just couldn't pass it up. I'm sorry, Craig.
No, I gotcha.
You're doing a real good RP of it. I love just your reaction after you saw that scene, though, of Correth having dinner with your dad. But hey,
Yeah,
you know.
no, I'm legitimately pissed off.
Yeah, well, how will Correth get out of this one?
I love the idea of right as the guy gives Sorrin the key, he turns around, sees Minerva open the door, and shoot a fireball into the room.
Yeah, Gall
Okay.
and Ginter are basically like, all right, this is happening, and yeah. So I'll have a lot of NPCs to juggle next time.
Mhm.
All right,
This
so
is fun.
yeah, we will play on June 3rd, and then we will play again on June 10th. All right.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you all had fun. I love doing the callbacks to Revels to past campaigns because I thought this would be the perfect time to do it, though.
This key.
I don't want to leave Morty, but Nayala has no reason to go back for Morty.
You're right.
So I'm so
seen-
sad.
True, but
I
Vars.
don't even fucking know Morty.
Yeah,
in
but
any
We're not
sense.
being Morty, don't you worry.
Vars has a reason to go back though, because
Vars-
I mean,
And Vars is
Tarina's
actually
also
nice.
free right now, so you know.
Alright, let's see how combat goes, and we'll see what happens to old Morty.
Fuck, I'm so
Oh
excited.
no.
You can't kill Morty.
Okay, wait, okay, I'm not. That sounded more ominous than I would have liked it to be, but like, look, you guys are about to try and take control of the entire prison.
Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're about to try and take control of the entire prison, so there's a lot you could do. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna raid someone. So let me just. Everyone hop into stream.
Oh yeah, I do that. Sorry, my bad. I forgot to do that in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Once again, I know it's like we're ending a bit early, but like, yeah, you know, combat just always takes forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
With this many NPCs, it's gonna take years.
Yeah,
It's gonna take at least an hour in the first session, like when we get back.
true, but it'll be worth it, Vivian. I promise you. All right, say bye, stream.
I'm excited.
Bye, Jay.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.